So I might have rented a hotel room by myself. Desperate times call for desperate measures, right? Well, I can honestly say I've never rented a hotel room by myself. Well, I mean, probably if I was traveling, but not like 15 minutes from home. So I was talking to Tom and I'm like, it has been so hard to get any kind of work done at home with trying to facilitate homeschool, with having everyone home all the time. But also our internet is just incredibly slow. We've always had slow internet, but now I know everyone is experiencing this where it is even slower. We're using up all of our data. Normally I would go to a coffee shop a couple mornings a week just to power through emails, upload stuff if I needed to, and that's obviously not an option right now. And so I'd kind of just been joking with him that like it would be really awesome if I could just like go to a hotel for a night and have high-speed internet and just be uninterrupted to get through all my emails again and do some stuff that needs a little bit of like critical thought, like uninterrupted thought. And so he was like, yeah, you should do that. And I was like, seriously? And honestly, this was probably like the best $83 I have ever spent in my life. And so yeah, it's been really good. And really, I've loved being at home with everybody. It's been fun having the kids home. Most of the time, like, we all get along well at home. I like being around them, but you all know how it goes, right? 4 weeks with all of the same people all of the time, it just wears on everybody. So I am excited to get back home, but this has been pretty awesome too. But every time I walk into a hotel room or a vacation rental or anything like that, I'm always reminded of why I love minimalism so much and why it's so awesome. And I know many of you have said that idea of modeling your home after a vacation rental, that it really kind of clicks with you and it makes sense. And so today I thought it would be kind of helpful if we circled back to this idea and just broke down a few sections of our house that we could model after a vacation house and how we would do that. So one of my absolute favorite things to think about is our wardrobe. And so when we go on vacation, we don't bring things that are out of season. We don't bring things that will fit in like 5 pounds. We don't bring things that we're keeping just because we spent money on them, even though they don't really fit quite well. We've never worn them, but it's still hanging in our closet. We don't bring those things with, right? We don't like grab that. We literally only bring things with that we like to wear, that we're excited to wear. And so when we look in our suitcase or our backpack in this case, we can very clearly see what options we have for things to wear today. And that's been one of my favorite things about simplifying my wardrobe at home, is that when I open my closet doors, everything hanging in there is an option of something that I could wear today. Literally, like every single thing fits, I feel comfortable wearing. It causes no guilt. There's nothing in there with the tags that I'm like, well, maybe someday. I haven't worn it in the last year, but maybe someday I'll decide that I really like that thing again and I'll wear it. Nothing that I'm saving to wear if I lose 5 or 10 pounds. It's literally, it's the options. So when I look at my closet in the morning, I don't have to like mentally sort like, oh, nope, that's a little snug. Oh, no, I don't actually like that color. Oh, no, oh, that's from winter. I should have put that away. Everything's an option. And so that has been a huge change for us. And I do have a video about how you can simplify your clothes quickly, because I think most of us don't have the brain power right now to dump out everything on our bed and to hold up each item and ask ourselves if it sparks a joy or if we like it or anything like that. I don't think most of us have the capacity for that right now. And so I love this system of just pulling out the things that we like pull everything out of your closet, but put back the things that you know you wear on a regular basis, that you like to wear and that fit right now. And then everything else, just box it up, bin it up, put it in garbage bags, stuff it under your bed, put it in the garage, in the crawl space, the attic, wherever. So I usually use the word like quarantine it, but I don't know if we should use that word right now. Just tuck it away for now and just see how this works, having your wardrobe simplified. take note, like how does it feel when I go to my closet in the morning and everything in there is an option, and just see how that feels and how that functions. And then if you're like, oh, you know what, I did put something in the box or the bag that I want to pull back out, it's okay because it's still there. And then down the road when the donation center is open again and we can get rid of some of this stuff, it's much easier to get rid of clothing when we've tucked it away for 3 months or 6 months than it is to right away. And so if we put it aside and we never reach for it again, then it's pretty safe to know that we're doing okay without it. But my hope is that you are really enjoying the benefits of your simplified wardrobe, so that in and of itself makes it a lot easier to get rid of all of that stuff that you weren't actually wearing. And so another area that I think is really helpful to simplify like a vacation house is of course our kitchen. And so one of the things that we've done is we've simplified our dishes, like our plates and our bowls and our cups, so that we can't go more than a day without having to wash them or to run the dishwasher. In the past, we had so many dishes that we could get like 4 days worth of dishes stacked up next to the sink. And that is really stressful, especially when we think about our kitchen really being the heart of the home. Tom has said this before, that when the kitchen is under control, I feel like life is under control. And I think a lot of us, that really resonates. And I know for any of us who have followed the Fly Lady, I mean, she is all about the kitchen, like shine your sink, right? And it really is, because we do so much there, and it really is kind of the central point of our house of where all the activity flows out of. And so when our kitchen is simplified, I think you're gonna find you don't mind cooking so much. It's easier to recruit other families to help clean up and to cook. Meal planning is simpler. It's just a really enjoyable place to be. Like, I've never been one to really enjoy cooking, baking, anything like that, but I've definitely found since we've simplified our kitchen that I don't mind it as much, and I'm much more likely to do it when our kitchen is simplified. But the other thing that has been awesome is that I don't mind asking the kids to help now that our kitchen is simplified, because it feels like very manageable tasks for them. So like when we load the dishwasher, it's actually fairly easy because the dishes fit easily. Like, we don't have to do the, you know, like, oh, you got to stack them this way, otherwise they're not all gonna fit, right? Like, the kids can load it and it's not a big deal because everything fits in it easily. And when we're washing things every day or a couple times a day, now that we're all home so much, you don't have like all of the like stuff is like really stuck on, like, oh, you have to pre-soak that, you know, for a half hour. And they've gotten good now that they're the ones helping to help with the dishwasher. Now they're better about rinsing the dishes when they're done using them, or washing, or sometimes they'll just wash it up right away and then put it back away, or like the silverware, they'll wash it all off because they know they're the ones that have to load the dishwasher, and if there's stuff stuck on, then it makes their job a lot harder. And so that's been really fun. And then also having them help being to cook has been awesome. It takes some pressure off of me, but it also helps them to feel important and like they're a valuable part of our family. And so even like, we have some kids that grumble a little bit more about chores than others, but as I've pushed through and been like, no, you know, you're gonna help with this, it's amazing how afterwards the sense of accomplishment that they feel. And it makes me so glad that I didn't just say, you know what, I'm just gonna do it myself. It's just easier to do it myself. I don't want to fight with these kids tonight. Like, I just want it done. I'm tired. And so it makes it feel really worthwhile when I'm like, no, like, they're gonna do it. It really has been rewarding and feels really worthwhile. So that's been really awesome too. And no, I am not gonna take these with me. I would have good intentions of like donating them or using them when we're on vacation. And in the past, I would have looked at this like leaving something behind that I paid for, like, are valuable. But now I just think of it like, you know, I'm just gonna leave them for the next person that comes. And then of course another area to simplify like a hotel room would be our bedroom. We sometimes get a hard time for not having nightstands. I kind of like these are like floating nightstands, but our bedroom is very small. And so, but I also know that any flat surface collects clutter. And so I'm always aware of the number of flat surfaces that we have in our house, including in our bedroom. So we've simplified our nightstands to the point of not having them, which has functioned totally fine. I know there's concerns about that at times, but what else is cool about it is like super easy to vacuum then. We don't keep stuff under our bed, which is like a feng shui thing that feels really nice. But having our bedroom be a peaceful place to be, it feels really good. And I know I know how bedrooms become catch-alls, especially like if we're entertaining and it's, you know, it's getting to that point where everyone's gonna be here soon and you just grab everything and put it in there and then it never leaves again, right? So I totally know how that happens. That happens to all of us, but I do think it would be worthwhile to really take a look at this stuff and be like, you know what? If this pile of stuff has been sitting on my dresser or on the floor for 6 months or a year, we're probably not using it. If it's like a mystery paper pile, chances are nothing in there is that important. If it's projects that I started, and if now, right now, while we have extra time, I don't feel any desire to finish them, when would I possibly? Like, I would keep like jeans of Tom's that he would like rip and I'll be like, oh, I can fix that, right? But if I haven't done that now, when am I possibly ever gonna get to that? I'm just gonna part with those. Or I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna cut them up so I have extra jean material for patching. There's this rule that says, like, up for projects like that, that if you cannot get to it in the next week, do not keep it. And I think that's such a great rule to go by. And so when you're looking at the stuff in your bedroom, again, it's random, right? The stuff that accumulates in there can be really random. Just keep thinking like, okay, if I haven't used it now during isolation, like when am I possibly going to get to it? When am I ever gonna have more time? Or if I'm super busy right now because maybe I'm an essential worker or for whatever reason this has put even extra pressure on me, I especially need a simplified space to go to at the end of the night. So really, this stuff is not worth my peace of mind and I don't have time for it. So it's okay to part with it. And it's been fun. I know a lot of people have said, you know, even though donation centers have been closed, I've been hearing some great ideas from friends where they'll put stuff on the side or the curb and then they'll post. So especially even if you live in a more like secluded area, they'll post on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist pictures of what is there. And like everyone I've heard that's been doing this, they're like within an hour or two, it's all gone. And so I know it can be hard right now not knowing what to do with some of this stuff. So that might be a great option too. So, but I do think like thinking about how great a hotel room feels when you walk into it, like if your bedroom would feel like that. And I know too, like if it's simplified, then I'm much more likely to make my bed. And then how good that feels throughout the day when I see it. I'm like, yeah, I made my bed today. Like I'm doing well today, right? And so it's really like this domino effect, and it takes time, it takes mental energy. I totally know that. But I think it is so worthwhile, and I think you're gonna find that your house is just really a much more peaceful and enjoyable place to be right now. Or when things do get back to more normal and we're busy again, that you're just gonna be so grateful that you took the time to do these things now. And so of course we have tons of videos about all of these areas, so I'll link to those down below. But we'd love it if you'd subscribe so that we can just spend more time together working through these areas. We try to take really practical approaches to it because I'm a former messy person and I totally get like how all of this works and accumulates and all of that. So we'd love it if you'd subscribe. A thumbs up is the best compliment that you can give us. But overall, I just hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying healthy. I hope you're getting a little time to yourself too, and I hope your internet isn't slow. But I love you, and we will visit with you again soon.